These are 7 tire buying mistakes that cost everyday drivers thousands of dollars and put their families at serious risk. Most people walking into a tire shop are about to make at least 3 of these mistakes without even knowing it. Let's start with the biggest one that almost everyone gets wrong. You walk into the tire shop, see prices ranging from $400 to $1,200 for a set of 4, and your brain immediately defaults to one simple question: what's the cheapest option that won't kill me? That's mistake number 1, and it's going to cost you way more than you think. When you buy cheap tires, sure, you save $300 up front, but those budget tires typically last only 30,000 to 40,000 miles. Premium tires cost about twice as much but deliver 50,000 to 70,000 miles of service. Here's where the UTQG treadwear rating becomes crucial. A tire with a 400 treadwear rating will typically last twice as long as one with a 200 rating. When you calculate cost per mile, the expensive tires actually come out cheaper. But there's another kicker that most people miss. Cheap tires also hurt your gas mileage. We're talking about a 2 to 3% difference in fuel economy, which adds up to about $125 per year in extra gas costs for the average driver. The second mistake is even scarier because it stays invisible until it's too late. Most people have no idea that tires have an expiration date. Right now, you could be driving on tires that look perfectly fine but are actually dangerous time bombs. Here's something that'll blow your mind. There are currently no laws requiring tire stores to tell you when a tire was manufactured. They can legally sell you a new tire that's been sitting in a warehouse for 6 years. Every tire has a DOT date code that tells you when it was made. But here's the sneaky part. Some manufacturers put this code on the inside of the tire where you can't see it once it's mounted. You could drive off the lot thinking you bought fresh tires when they're actually half expired already. Most safety experts recommend replacing tires every 6 to 10 years from the manufacture date, regardless of how much tread is left. The rubber compounds break down over time, just like an old rubber band that cracks when you stretch it. This isn't theoretical. In 2013, actor Paul Walker died in a Porsche accident that investigators determined was caused partly by 9-year-old tires. The car was traveling between 80 and 93 miles per hour when the driver lost control due to tire failure. Those tires looked fine, but the rubber had degraded beyond safe limits. The third mistake happens when people think all-season tires actually work in all seasons. Spoiler alert, they don't. All-season tires are what tire experts call jack of all trades, master of none. They're designed to be okay in most conditions, but great in none of them. When temperatures drop below 45 degrees Fahrenheit, the rubber compound in all-season tires stiffens up, reducing traction and increasing your stopping distance. If you need real winter performance, look for the 3-peak mountain snowflake symbol. This 3PMSF certification is the actual standard that proves a tire can handle severe snow conditions. In real-world testing, a car with winter tires stopped in 310 feet on snow, while the same car with all seasons took 668 feet. That's the difference between a close call and a trip to the hospital. We're literally talking about 2 football fields versus 1. The statistics back this up. According to the Traffic Injury Research Foundation, vehicles with winter tires have a 38% shorter stopping distance and are 38% less likely to be involved in a collision on snowy roads. Yet most drivers in cold climates are still rolling around on all seasons, gambling with physics. Mistake number 4 is buying the wrong size tire, and this one can destroy your car's computer systems. Modern vehicles have sophisticated traction control, ABS, and stability systems that depend on all 4 tires being exactly the same size and diameter. You also need to match the speed rating. Those letters like H, V, W, or Y on your tire sidewall indicate the maximum safe speed. Install the wrong size or speed rating, and you're not just affecting your speedometer accuracy, you're potentially damaging expensive electronic systems that cost thousands to repair. Plus-size tires might look cool, but they change your vehicle's center of gravity, affect braking distances, and can make your car prone to rollovers. On the flip side, tires that are too small can rub against the wheel well and create dangerous handling characteristics. Your car's engineers spent millions of dollars determining the optimal tire size for safety and performance. Don't mess with their math. The 5th mistake is ignoring tire pressure, and this one costs you money every single day. Underinflated tires waste about 5 million gallons of gas every day in the United States. That's partly your gas being wasted. Since 2007, federal law requires all vehicles to have a tire pressure monitoring system, or TPMS, but many drivers ignore those dashboard warnings. Final mistake is not understanding tread depth limits. Most people wait until their tires are completely bald before replacing them, but that's dangerous and illegal in most states. The legal limit is 2/32 of an inch, but tire performance degrades long before you hit that number. Here's the scary data. Tire-related crashes were 3 times more likely when tread depth was at 2/32 inches or less, compared to tires with 3 to 4/32 inches of tread. In one stopping test, tires worn to 2/32 inches took an extra 100 feet to stop, compared to tires at 4/32 inches. That's more than a second longer to come to a complete stop. Worn tires can increase wet weather stopping distances by 43%. Now here's the context that makes all of this even more important. Tire-related crashes kill more than 500 people every year in the United States. About 9% of all crashes are tire-related, involving tread separations, blowouts, bald tires, and underinflation. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reports nearly 11,000 tire-related crashes annually, with approximately 200 deaths. These aren't just statistics, they represent families destroyed by preventable accidents. Many of these crashes could be avoided if drivers simply made better tire buying decisions and maintained their tires properly. The financial stakes are rising too. Tire costs have increased more than 21% in the last 2 years, which is more than twice the general inflation rate. New tire costs in 2025 range from $460 to $1,280 for a complete set, plus installation. With tariffs on imported tires ranging from 32 to 47%, expect prices to keep climbing. The bottom line is this: your tires are the only part of your vehicle that actually touches the road. They're more important for your safety than your airbags, your seat belts, or your car's crash structure, because they determine whether you can avoid the crash in the first place. Those several inches of rubber are literally what stands between your family and disaster. When you're in that tire shop feeling overwhelmed by choices and prices, remember that the most expensive mistake isn't buying premium tires, it's buying the wrong ones and paying for it with your safety, your money, and potentially your life.